Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, or to the channel if you're new. Today's video, we go over uh, the headlight swap for Moose. We got new lights for the truck, and yeah, things did not go well. Anyways, I've abbreviated it down because I'm still not finished it, but show you why we're running around with only 3 lights on the front currently, and what steps had to be taken and have to be taken to finish that. This is what we have for now. I hope you enjoy. Hope it gives you some ideas if you want to do a headlight swap, because we definitely ran into complications and had to figure out, get creative. So anyways, here we go. Hope you enjoy. Hey, today we're gonna play around with the headlights on Moose. These are what's originally in it, and they're a single beam sealed. This one's broken. They suck. They're and almost look like an amber light. They're ridiculous. They this is the hole for them. As I said in my other video, there's 2 of them. We got one high, one low, and I found out after a bit of research, they're an oddball size. After I'd ordered in a set. So the fun part is we now have these. Now these puppies are bright. They're 4x6. These are something like 5 and something 8s by 3 and 5/8 or something like that. So like just over 3.5 by not quite 6, like 5, just under 6 inches. Like they're a pain in the butt. Anyway, so I got these. I got them online. They were cheap. They are bright. They're pretty cool looking. The 4x6, which is very common size. Seem to be a lot of them online, different styles, but 4x6, not this size. So, what we're going to do, I do fabrications, so we're going to fabricate so that these puppies will go in there. When we're done, we will have 2 of those on each side. Now, these are both high and low beam. So when we're done, we will have, depending on how I want to wire them, either back to the way these were with 1 of each, highly doubt it. Or I will have, if I find them too bright, maybe only 1 low on each side, and then 2 or 4 high. And because high is going to be when nobody's out on the road and when I'm in the bush. So we might go that way. Because as I've said before in my other video, I don't like when I get blinded by somebody's damn lights coming towards me. I know these things are really bright in comparison to the others, like massively. With both of my high beams on, the one light is brighter than both high beams. So we'll get it wired up. I've got to modify the brackets, modify the mounts. The one's broken anyways, so might as well take the opportunity. I'm going to pull the grill, going to fabricate some different brackets, and try to see what we can do by getting these puppies in behind the grill. Alright, well, we get started at it. And here's what we got. Got it unbolted. And these are the sockets, the old sockets. Quite rusty. The plastic behind them actually isn't too bad, so I might be able to utilize that somehow and just build little seats. And as you can see, this one's falling apart because the bolts just literally rusted right out of it. Just came right out of it. So yeah, they're in rough shape. So we'll take these apart and see what we can do about making the back plates work to hold the new lights. And this build maybe mounts off of these to hold the new lenses in. So when we get it all out, we end up with a little tray like this in our hand. It bolts on there. So it looks like this could have been designed to have the single big headlight and then the marker under it. So the backing plate is designed to take whatever light combo you decide you want in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this up, because why not? And we're going to see if we can't get these puppies to fit into it. We should be able to figure it out at some point. It's just a mock-up of what it's going to look like. Once they're into this pot so they sit properly, I'm going to come up into here, and they're going to sit kind of like so. Kind of like that. They're definitely going to fill up that space all the way. I think it's going to look pretty nice. Here's hoping. Okay, so here we have it. I've got my little ears on it, and we've got our pin. So what's happening with this one is it actually goes in this way. It's going into the car this way. This pin will go through an L bracket that's mounted to the truck. This will be cut down in length later. Then we have this piece. I have one weld left to do, but that's once I get everything set. These pieces here will allow this screw to go through, like so. In the center will be a nut that will be a nylon lock nut that's just going to ride in the center here. It's going to be snugged up, but not super snug, right? So it's going to sit in there so this can turn, but it won't rattle. Then this will be threaded into a nut that is welded onto the body. And then by that, then I can adjust this. I'll probably put a lock nut behind it or something. Anyways, this will go through, and then we can adjust by screwing in or screwing out the light. I could put a spring in there for resistance, but I don't happen to have any right now. I may change up and put one in later, but I don't have any springs at the moment to do that with. But anyways, there's that option as well, just to help it keep from rattling. As I say, we'll see what happens with that. But that is the concept. Then as I adjust these in and out, each one I can keep it level. You know, that allows me to rotate it right and left as well as up and down. Said that a couple times, but I'm hoping as I show it, it starts making more and more. You see my theory. So this one's done. The high beam will be a reverse of this, so that this pin is out on this side of it to plug in, and that light actually sits slightly ahead of this light. So the brackets and everything else have to be a little different. Not a lot, but a little, to get it done. We've got to do each side. So right now I kind of have to be somewhere with the vehicle, so I'm trying to at least get one side done. I may be rocking one side new, one side old, but I'll still have my lights. I'll have high and low beams, and that's what I need to be able to drive down the road. So even though they're different on each side, as long as they work, that's what matters. So alright, so we've got the bracket for the adjuster. We've got the two sockets welded in for the adjusters. The rider goes in here, light goes in here, tips back and forth. And I don't have enough hands, so let's see what I can show you here. Hopefully you can see this. I'm going to put this through here. I'm going to put it into this. And then that'll thread through there. This is a lock washer, or a locking nut, sorry. So when I'm done, it'll tighten and not move.
I can thread it all the way up to this end so that then I can thread this in and adjust everything. I'll show you once I got it together. Well, I've got them wired and they work. They look good this way, but when I put the grill on, the light is still too far this way. So I need to shift it. As you can see, I already bent the bracket. I need to get the light over this way more. So I'm going to have to redo the mounting screws here, move it over that much at least. It needs to move over way more. I just don't have the room because this hits inside this. So it hits this light up here on the inside. So I can move it over this much and still shave off and leave myself a tab so it'll work. Re-weld the new nut inside over here. Again, not a big deal. This one's going to be a little more fun because that's going to put that nut kind of in a zone that I don't. It's going to be interesting because it takes a slant in there. But we'll figure it out. I will figure it out. Maybe I'll just bridge that with a little piece of metal and then I'll drill through that. Anyways, I'm going to try to get that done tomorrow morning and get the grill on so I can drive it tomorrow. And then we will figure out how to put in light number 2 over here. It has to set out. It sits forward a bit, which is nice, so I can almost overhang these 2 brackets slightly and get it in. I may have to cut a bit of the dash or the grill, as I discussed earlier, if I had to take into the grill a little more. I think I might have to do that to get them, and then I'll figure out which. I may invert it and put the lows on the inside and the highs on the outside. I don't know if there's rules for that. I really don't, but if I get a problem, I just switch the wires and I'm back the other way. But we'll see, and we'll see what we can do with it. But yeah, definitely a little more of an undertaking than I thought, but we'll get it, and it's gonna look cool when we're done. Just takes a bit of time. Looks pretty awesome when they're on, the grill's on. Like I say, just right now I got way too much space over here, so once I get this adjusted, we should be good to go.
So that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope it helps give you ideas. Thanks for watching the content. Really do appreciate. Hit that like button, smash that bell button so you get your updates of the new content. We've got projects coming up. We're waiting for some warmer weather so I can get some stuff out of the garage, bring some of the other toys in, and show you guys what we've got for them. The mini bike rebuild, the other custom rod we've got, swamp buggy, and of course ever-changing Moose the truck. We've got tons to do on it yet. So we've got body on it, we've got a new paint job to go on it, we've got roll cages, roll bar, possible cage, you name it, all kinds of stuff to do on it. So anyways, I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next video.
Watch. Larger.
Nope, so much for that one. Good thing it was broken already. Now I got a mess to sweep up. Anyway, we really got to get these in there now. Anyway, I'll get what I can. I'll show you after I do some house cleaning. Out.